This week we have Saturn, ruler of Karmic Lessons, and Venus, ruler of love and relationships, both connecting to Mars, planet of energy, action, and forward movement. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new intuitive energy forecast for the week of Monday, March 31st through Sunday, April 6th, 2025. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, starseed astrologer and spiritual messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here with your intuitive energy forecast for the week. So for this week's message for the collective, we're going to be using a deck that I pulled out. I don't even know that I've ever used it, or if I have for any of these readings on my YouTube channel. It's been a really long time, but I decided to pull out a new tarot deck. This is the Lemma tarot deck. And the artwork is by Renata Lechner. It doesn't actually say if the tarot deck is also by Renata Lechner, but it says the artwork is. So that is the main message deck. And this week, depending on your stone of choice, we also have a deck that I haven't used in a while for the special message card. It is the Sacred Forest Oracle deck by Denise Linn. So before we get into the stones of choice for that special message card or the astrology for this week, let's go ahead, close our eyes, and do an empowered moment. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as you exhale, relax your body and clear your mind of all thoughts of the moment. Releasing and letting go of any tension or stress. Focusing on your breath as you breathe in and exhale out. And visualizing, sensing, seeing, feeling, or just knowing that you're surrounded in golden white light of healing, guidance, protection. And take in a deep breath, breathing in that golden white light into every cell of your body. Relaxing even more as you exhale. And silently in your mind, calling in your angels, guides, master guides, and teachers of the highest vibration of light, and ask them to lead you and guide you on the next step of your highest and most important destiny path. Knowing now that we have been through 2 eclipses, a full moon lunar eclipse, mid-March. That was about releasing, healing, letting go, a completion of some sort. And the new moon solar eclipse that we had last week, March 29th, initiating new beginnings, fresh starts, planting new seeds. And these eclipses, we know, helps to realign us with our truth, put us on our divine path in the direction that we're meant to go, helps us to release and let go of situations and circumstances that are no longer beneficial or in our highest and best interest to be connected to, while activating new energies, new confidence and courage, our gifts and talents, our sense of empowerment as we move in flow and in alignment to whatever's next. And this is where we trust and surrender and have faith. Trusting, surrendering, and having faith that the universe will guide us to that next step. That the universe will guide us towards our truth. And that the universe will support us in our empowerment. And taking in a deep intentional breath, breathing in that energy and those intentions. And as you exhale, and when you feel ready, you can open your eyes, returning to this time and place and space. I don't know if you heard my printer, but it did a little ding as if to say, yep, we're done. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our stones of choice for the special message card a little bit later. I guess I felt like I was in kind of a blue mood. Not really blue sad, but just the color blue. So the first stone of choice is, and I know you can't really maybe see it, but this is peacock ore there. I don't know if you can see that wonderful reflective quality, right? There's blue in there. There's actually some orange and gold and purple, and this is what peacock ore, or a nice stone of peacock ore looks like. So the peacock ore, this is going to help repel negative energy and form a bubble. Gosh, can I talk today? Repels negative energy and forms a rainbow bubble of positive light or positivity around you. And it's the sunshine that shines through the dark clouds. This is very poetic, whoever wrote this, right? The sunshine that shines through the dark clouds, seeing the way past obstacles to a brighter future. Oh, I just love that indigo blue flashy color. I hope you can see that, the orange, the purple, all of those wonderful colors. Okay, the next stone of choice is also blue. But this is blue and orange, so you can see there's some orange splotchiness there in this blue sodalite. This is a deep, dark, rich blue sodalite, again with orange. So it's actually orange and blue sodalite. And this combines the creativity of the sacral chakra, the creativity and passion of the sacral chakra, with the intuition and psychic connection of the third eye, as well as the clarity and speaking of truth through the throat chakra. This helps with emotional balance, and it helps with clear communication. And then our last stone of choice is indigo aura quartz. So that's an indigo blue color too, indigo aura quartz. This enhances our psychic abilities, our intuition, and our spiritual connection while promoting clarity, inner peace, and balance. It helps bring emotional healing, and it also brings protection to our body, mind, and energy field. All right, so let's go ahead and take one last look here at the stones of choice. We've got the peacock ore. We've got the orange and blue sodalite, and we've got the indigo blue aura quartz. The lighting in here today, there's no sun outside. It's not really doing the colors of these beautiful stones justice, but let's talk about the astrology of the week. Now, there's not a lot of astrology this week. In fact, the first thing we're going to talk about doesn't occur till Friday, the 4th of April, but I'm going to backtrack just for a moment. I'm not going to spend too much time, but last week we had a new moon solar eclipse, right? And that followed the full moon lunar eclipse that we had the middle of the month of March. So with that new moon solar eclipse having occurred on the 29th of March, right? Just two days previous into last week's forecast. This is new beginnings, initiation, planting new seeds, and it's magnified. These energies of new beginnings is magnified to a higher degree because it is an eclipse. And of course, that follows the full moon lunar eclipse with the healing, clearing, completion, and letting go phase that we had. Now, we said phase, right, as if one phase is over and the next phase has begun. But really, this phase of endings and new beginnings carries on forth for the next few weeks. When we have eclipses, the energies last a longer amount of time, And whatever's going to unfold regarding endings and new beginnings, you may have already witnessed it or experienced it. You may have an inkling about what it's going to be, or it might not have even occurred yet. It might not even be in your mind what it could possibly be. But one thing is for sure is that eclipses happen so that it can realign us to our true path, right? Sometimes we get off the beaten trail, so to speak. Sometimes we get sidetracked in our soul evolution and growth. And that can be through certain situations, circumstances, even relationships, where we get pulled off of our center, pulled out of our, again, truth or true north or true direction. And the eclipses help to shake up the energies so that we are realigned. It'll kind of pick us up, shake us up, and then settle us back and put us where we're needing to be. And again, it doesn't necessarily happen all at once, where you wake up one morning and where you're supposed to be, and you know what direction you're going, because that's most likely not going to happen. But the universe helps us. It helps us. Our angels and guides help us with these eclipse energies to, again, make sure that we're kind of following our true north. Now, we have free will. We can still choose to not stay realigned on our true path, right? Whatever shakes us up, whatever changes or redirections or new unexpected circumstances come in, right? They're probably going to come in because of the eclipses, but we can still avoid them or try to avoid them or turn our back on them or not go in the direction that we're meant to, because we have free will. So this is just a little reminder that, we need to follow our soul's truth, not our ego's truth necessarily. It doesn't mean the ego's wrong or bad or anything like that. In fact, our ego oftentimes can be aligned with our higher self and knows the direction and therefore helps us in moving towards that right direction. But really, we need to connect more strongly to our higher soul self. We need to have that faith and trust, as is some of the key words for this year of 2025, faith and trust, and we'll add in the idea of surrender and allowing and receptivity. So allow yourself to be realigned with your truth. Go with what you know is right? Your heart might want something else, perhaps. Maybe your mind thinks that it should be something else. But your soul knows the truth. Your soul knows the true direction. That is the true north that you have to follow. Okay, so on Friday the 4th of April, we're into April already, Friday the 4th of April, we've got Saturn, the planet that rules structure and form, in a positive sextile to Uranus, the planet that rules change and redirection, okay? So a sextile is a positive aspect of opportunity. So there's an opportunity here to take some of the lessons that we've learned from the past, because that's what Saturn rules, is the past, and apply them to a future idea or future direction, because Uranus rules the future. Saturn can also, again, give shape and form to this new innovative, inspirational aha moment and revelation, which Uranus rules. So again, there's an opportunity there. We have to look for the opportunity and take action on the opportunity to benefit from that opportunity. Also on Friday the 4th, we have Mars, planet of energy, action, forward movement, in emotional Cancer, and it is in a sextile, a positive sextile to Uranus as well. So here's another opportunity. The opportunity here is to move forward through our healing or on our healing journey, because again, Cancer rules our emotions, our emotional body, healing, intuition. Cancer also rules home and family, and Mars is putting its energy into all of these things that Cancer rules. So the opportunity is this energy dynamic in home, family, intuition, nurturing, love, healing, empathy, in connection with, again, a future idea, a future possibility, a redirection, a change, because that's what Uranus rules. So again, look for the opportunity, take action on the opportunity. And then also on Friday the 4th of April, we've got Mars in Cancer. Now Mars is the warrior planet, again, energy, action, forward movement in Cancer. And it is in a positive trine connection what's called a trine to Saturn, the great teacher of karmic lessons, in water sign Pisces, which is about the unseen and the intangible, and Pisces rules the spiritual realm. So we're doing a lot of karmic clearing right now. Saturn's been in Pisces for a good long while. And while it's been there, we've been karmically clearing things from a spiritual past life perspective. Now, with this positive connection with Mars, again, Mars can be the fuel for us to move forward into more of this healing, this emotional healing, because Mars is in Cancer, which rules the emotional body. So these are all positive aspects on Friday, okay? Now, they tend to be, we've got a lot of water signs here with Cancer and Pisces, and then Uranus is an earth sign, Taurus. So this is what happens when we put water on the earth, right? It gives the soil a richness. It fertilizes the soil so that new growth can occur. So look at these positive aspects as the fertilization of the soil of your positive new intentions from the new moon solar eclipse we had last week, to give the energy of your intentions this fertile soil, so to speak, so that we can nurture them and allow them to grow. And then on Sunday, the 6th of April, we start out with the sun in Aries. Now, the sun is our vitality and our energy, and it is our ego and our self-expression. And it is in Aries, which is a very bold, independent, leadership-oriented, take charge sign of the zodiac, the first sign of the zodiac, initiation and new beginnings. And it is in a positive sextile to Jupiter, planet of abundance, prosperity, and blessings, as well as Jupiter rules our belief systems and our higher spiritual perceptions and perspectives as well. Jupiter is in Gemini, curious Gemini. So again, this is an aspect of opportunity, the sextile. So here the sun in Aries, shining its light through that Aries lens of new beginnings and initiation, because it's the first sign of the zodiac. And the opportunity is to grow. The opportunity is to expand with that Jupiter energy. The opportunity is to be curious, like a child is curious, Gemini, so that we can look for the opportunities, also ruled by Gemini, to again expand into various forms of abundance and prosperity. So this is sounding pretty good, right? Also on Sunday the 6th, we've got Venus, planet of love and relationships. She also rules personal resources, such as money and finances. She's now retrograded back into Pisces. Remember, Venus dipped into Aries, but then went to retrograde motion in Aries. Now she's already back into Pisces for a few days. And she is in a positive connection to Mars, planet of energy, action, initiation, in water sign Cancer. So they're both in water signs. Venus is in water sign Pisces, Mars is in water sign Cancer. The water signs rule intuition and empathy and our psychic abilities, our healing abilities, love, caring, nurturing, compassion, forgiveness. Now, these are the lovers too, right? Venus is the feminine archetype. Mars is the masculine archetype. They're the lovers in astrology. This could be something about relationship, but because Venus is retrograde and it's just retrograded back into Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, I'm going to say that we're revisiting something from the past. We're revisiting a relationship dynamic or a relationship itself, and we are bringing healing to it, or maybe we're bringing it to completion or closure, because again, Pisces, where Venus is the last sign of the zodiac. It is retrograde. It's giving us this opportunity to tie up some loose ends before we truly, again, immerse ourselves in that new moon solar eclipse in Aries energy that we had on the 29th of March. So we've got to tie up those loose ends. Pretty soon, Mercury, who's also retrograde, is going to retrograde. I don't think it's back into Pisces yet, but it's going to retrograde, if it's not already, back into Pisces as well and join Venus. And so they're both trying to tie up some loose ends here before they turn back to direct motion and move back into Aries, that first sign of the zodiac, so that we can really kind of have a clean and clear slate from the past in order to move forward into a more glorious and abundant and, I don't know, sunshiny, optimistic kind of future. You know, Aries is a fire sign, and those fire signs are passionate and bold and confident and courageous and leadership oriented. And just think of the sun shining its light, right? And that's what we got with Aries energy. So let's look at the card messages from our angels and guides for the week. Okay, we turn over the first card, and we've got the 10 of Wands. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare there. The 10 of Wands. So the 10, this is the last of the minor arcana in the wand suit. I don't know how well you can see that. So this is about the completion of something. This is the end of a cycle, the completion of something. The suit of Wands is the suit of the spiritual. It's the suit of the creative. And normally this card is portending something positive to happen next, because again, we are the burdens that we've been carrying, you know, it's like we've been carrying these heavy burdens for a while. And, you know, we're getting close to the end of carrying those heavy burdens. In fact, I don't know, he looks like he's leaning down to look at something in the earth. It's not like he's stopping to rest. He doesn't look like he's in a restful state, or he doesn't look like the wands got so heavy he had to sit down. He's actually crouching down and he's looking at something. And I feel like what they're saying is he's looking for new growth. He's looking for new growth because he knows that he's almost to the end of his travels. He's almost on the end of this journey, carrying all these past karmic lessons or all these situations and circumstances. And maybe some of the things he's carrying are positive things. Wands is the suit of creative energy. We've got the kind of a sunny sort of sky back here in the background with some yellows and oranges. The orange is the creative self-expression of the sacral chakra. The yellow is the empowerment and confidence and courage of the solar plexus chakra. And again, I feel like he's looking for something, right? It's like, okay, where's the new thing? Like once I dump off all of these wands, I get rid of this heavy weight that I've been carrying around. What's next? What's new? What's happening here? So let's see what the card is that comes out next. That's so interesting because now we've got the Ace of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is the last of the minor arcana in the wand suit. The Ace of Wands is the first of the minor arcana in the wand suit. And aces are about new beginnings and initiation and planting new seeds. And so again, we're planting new spiritual seeds of creativity, right? This is spiritual creativity. And so plant as many seeds as you can, you know, plant those seeds that make you feel, I don't know if make you is the right way to say it, but that lights your fire, right? This is a fire suit. Wands is fire. So we want to light our fire and light up our passion. And what are we really, you know, excited about and passionate about? The wand looks like it might be pointing us in the right direction. So now it's like this person was looking for this new growth. Now the Ace of Wands is pointing you in that direction. So hopefully sometime this week, or maybe it's going to take another week or two or something, but it looks like we're going to be pointed in the right direction. Something is going to be highlighted here. It looks like a little bit of a highlight here on the end of this wand. So this is a really positive, exciting kind of energy. This can be about something that comes in. The word direct or directly keeps coming. I don't know why. It's like something very direct, but in a positive way. Something like you just can't ignore. You can't sidestep. You can't ignore whatever this is, because it's very like blatant, direct, fiery, passionate, like here it is. Here's the direction. Here's the opportunity. This is also about brand new opportunities. So some sort of new opportunity is coming in after we're releasing this heavy burden of the 10 of Wands. Okay. Wow. That's awesome. I love that. And then let's look at the last card. Okay, I did shuffle this. I've used this deck before. I've shuffled this deck many times, but now we have the Two of Wands. So we went from the 10 of endings and completion to the Ace of Wands, new beginnings and initiation. And now we've got the Two of Wands. And as soon as I turned that over, I heard in my head, what's next? I might have already said that too. I don't remember. But I heard, what's next, right? It's like we initiated something. And now we have to... this almost looks like she's taking a little bit of a pause. She's got the two wands on either side of her. It's almost like a doorway, right? Like she's going to go through this portal or doorway into whatever is next. I don't know that she knows what is next, but she's willing to walk through that door to see what is next. So we've got a bird taking flight up here. Maybe it's a messenger to steer her in the right direction. Like, I'm going to follow this bird. I'm going to follow this messenger. I'm going to follow the guidance from my angels and guides or universe or my higher self. And I'm going to walk through this portal or doorway made up by these two wands. And I'm going to take a step into this big, broad, open horizon here. And I'm going to see what's next. I'm going to see what the new thing is. I don't know what it is yet, but I have confidence and courage, and I feel good. I feel positive that we're going to head in the right direction. Okay. So use your intuition. The number 2 is about intuition. The number 2 is also about balance. So make sure that you're staying balanced physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It could even be a little bit of a pause before moving forward. It's like this plants the seeds, and this would definitely be about moving forward in a new direction. But maybe we pause a little bit first. Like I said, she's not walking, she's not running. It's almost like she's standing there and she's watching. It's almost like she's watching that bird to see what the message is going to be. What is the message? What is the new direction? What's the new opportunity that I'm walking into? Or at least, what direction do I go into? North, south, east, west, left, right, up, down? What direction do you want me to go in? And she's waiting for that answer to come in before taking that next step. So that was a very interesting reading. Let's go ahead and see what your message is, your special message, depending on your stone of choice. So that first stone of choice was the peacock or special message for peacock or people. Special message for peacock or. Okay. Yes, I know. Close my eyes. Okay. This one. Standing stones. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. So here was the last card. I'll try to get rid of that glare. The Two of Wands, right? Standing in between the two wands. Standing stones. It's like is there just 2 stones? Well, there's probably actually 3. There's a third one kind of hidden over here. But here's a standing stone. Here's a standing stone. She's walking towards the standing stones. It definitely reminds me of Outlander, one of my favorite shows, right? Where she travels through the stones. So it does say passage. So we are going to travel through those stones. We are going to move forward. And look at the beautiful sky in the background with all the yellow and orange and purple and blue and I don't know, all these wonderful colors, the stars in the sky. And it's dusk, again, dusk is pretending the completion of the old, right? The old situation, the old energy is kind of it's setting into the sunset of the shadows behind us as we move into this bright and glorious star-filled, color-filled sky before us, and walking towards the stones to time travel, if you will, to make passageway into whatever the new beginning is going to be. So that is really exciting. That vibrant red dress, right? The color of the root chakra, which is our sense of stability and security and feeling grounded. But I always also think of the idea of passion when it comes to the color red, right? When the color red, like when I wear red, it feels very passionate. It feels very activating and energizing. And I don't know, it's the color of Mars, right? Mars is the warrior planet of energy, action, and forward movement. And Mars is called the red planet. So here we've got a red dress, forward movement, forward potential, energy, action, right? So that's what I think of when I look at this card. This is such a beautiful card. Yeah, actually, that is a standing stone. I can see the top of it now. Standing stone. There's standing stones all around here, right? But she's moving through them, and she's making way. You know, she's going through the passageway, if you will, to another time, place, space, situation, circumstance, opportunity, etc. So that's very exciting. Ooh, love it. All right, for those of you that chose the orange and blue sodalite, special message for orange and blue sodalite people. This one caught my attention when I opened my eyes. Ooh, I love this one too, and it's got a vibrant red phoenix on it. It is called the Phoenix and Transmutation, the fire of transmutation, okay? Again, transmuting something is releasing something. When we transmute lower vibrational energies, could be situations and circumstances, could be mindsets, emotions, and belief systems. It's like we're using the imaginary fire to transmute and burn away. And transmute means it becomes a higher vibrational energy so that we can rise like the phoenix, right? We're transmuting something old and outworn and no longer needed. And we're transforming ourselves. We are rising from the ashes, born anew like the phoenix. And again, red, root chakra, color of Mars, the red planet. Again, all those key words that we mentioned before with the person in the red dress. Energy, action, forward movement, passion. We're energizing something here, or we feel energized. Maybe you've transmuted and released something, so you feel lighter and energized and ready to fly free, ready to liberate yourself from what you no longer need and move towards a very bright, awesome future. The element of fire, again, creative, spiritual, hypnotic, magnetic. All of these things are key words for that fire element. And the phoenix itself even has some yellow for the solar plexus chakra, just like the yellow of the fire. Confidence, empowerment. Oh, wow. Love, love, love these cards. All right. And then the last stone of choice is the indigo aura quartz. Special message for this week for the indigo aura quartz people, indigo aura quartz people. This one's calling my attention. And this has a very similar message to the phoenix. The phoenix was transmutation. This is the butterfly spirit with transformation. Okay, so the butterfly spirit, right? The butterfly is a totem animal. It's about new beginnings on some level, like a new birth, right? It's like no longer are you in the cocoon stage. You're birthing yourself. You're spreading your wings. You're becoming more colorful and creative. Look at the butterfly spirit in this card is within a clamshell with a pearl in it. So we're opening up our shell, right? We're coming out of our shell. We're coming out of the cocoon. We're spreading our wings. We're showing the world our gifts, talents, and creative abilities and creative self-expression. And we feel confident. She's looking very confident here. But we're also here with that pearl. The pearl is like the jewel, right? It's like the jewel, the pearl within that shell. It's like we have this, almost wants me to say the higher soul self. The white pearl is like the highest essence within ourselves. And that highest essence within ourselves is our higher soul self, that part of us that has always been with us, that part of us that is spiritual in nature, that has been through all of our past life incarnations, no matter what physical body or whether we were male or female. Our higher soul self is our spiritual self. That's the gift. That's what's coming out of our cocoon or shell that we can express now to the world. Transformation. You're going through a death and rebirth. That's what transformation is. So going through the death and rebirth and going through the transformation and regeneration to allow the full essence of your beauty to emerge here. So I love that. And it even is card number 8. I don't know if you can see that. I know I didn't look at the other numbers, but it does say number 8 on the bottom. And the number 8 in numerology is about empowerment. So you are really empowering yourself now. You've gone through quite the transformation and you're empowering yourself. The wings are blue. So this is about speaking your truth. Speaking your truth, using your voice, speaking, teaching, writing, some sort of, creative self-expression. Perhaps can be through the written word. It doesn't have to be vocal. And the clam itself has, again, some of that red in it. Not quite as vibrant as the other two cards with the red in it, but still red. So energy, action, forward movement. She's feeling energized from the ground up here, right? So these are wonderful, wonderful messages. The reading was great. I can't wait to see. Please, comment below the video. Let me know how the eclipses went for you, what new things you're planting seeds regarding. If there has been any redirections in your life, I'd love to hear about it. Thank you for all of you who do follow me on my YouTube channel and send your comments often. I appreciate that. I love reading them and seeing them. Thank you for all of you that have checked out my new services and my classes on Meetup. I got classes and meditations and events that are mostly virtual and on Zoom through meetup.com, and then looking up my group, Sacred Soul Empowerment, same name as my website. So check out what I've got going on. We've got some great things that are coming up, education-wise and again, meditation-wise. Sending you all lots of love and light and abundance and prosperity, transformation, rebirth energies, and many, many blessings. Namaste, everyone.